What's up, my name is Dylan, otherwise known as Decadance. I'm an Irish techno DJ and producer, and I've been based in Amsterdam for close to 4 years. For sure it was meant to be quite industrial, quite banging, quite fast, but then I also wanted to be really emotional. It was inspired a lot by my track Saoirse, which Brandon, the label head, was really connecting with, so definitely tried to make it quite similar to that track, I guess. So the main, I think, element in the track is the re-space. Try to make that quite ethereal and cinematic, and then in juxtaposition with that, I wanted to make the percussion and the drums really banging and heavy in your face, but then, you know, quite driving and groovy. So I think that's two aspects of my music which I really like to combine, having it quite cinematic but also quite like different dance sort of way, which is heavier than the typical kind of driving groovy techno that you hear. Yeah, I think I'm really inspired by the 2019-2020 warehouse techno sound. You know, parties which you might have seen at the likes of Unpolished, Raptur and Warehouse Elemental Trap. I'm finding that the scene doesn't really have that sound a lot at the moment. So I guess it was inspired by everything, in the sense of it being inspired by the current, I think, techno paradigm, and then also by nothing, in the sense of not a lot of music really kind of sparking me as a producer. So yeah, I really tried to kind of like connect with that old kind of warehouse memory sound that I would have had when I first started going out and raving to, you know, heavy banging techno. I think it comes with experience. You learn to trust your gut, and at a certain point you feel like you've executed the idea that you had intended. So yeah, it just happens from within, I suppose. Yeah, definitely the re-space. I really love cinematic re-space lines. I just think they can kind of inject a bit of emotion into a track. And for me, it's just one of those aspects of techno production that really stand out to me, always. To me, it reminds me a little bit of like listening to rock music as a teenager and really loving the guitar solo or like a drum fill or something like that. For me, it's just got this kind of distinct dirtiness, but also like kind of emotive quality, which I really love. Yeah, I suppose I'd like them to feel like they're transformed into a warehouse, and they're kind of sucked into this driving, dancing shuffle, whilst also having their mind preoccupied with whatever emotions they're feeling, just kind of having the track give them a little bit of an escape. Well, as I said, I found it difficult to sign my music to labels because their vision of techno isn't precisely what I have with my own music. But with Raptur, I'm pretty sure we have a very, tit for tat vision of techno. So whether it's the industrial warehouse sound or just that kind of like, I suppose, just pure heavy techno style, it's amazing when you have the same vision as a label. So also with our friendship and everything else, it's a match made in heaven. So yeah, really happy with it, to be honest. It's one of my favourite tracks I've ever produced, I'd say.